Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Pathfinder 2nd Edition Beginner's Box, being played by the Ever Sidequesters here on the D&D CR Exposed YouTube channel. How is everyone doing tonight? We were last second waiting for a couple people to join up and they're all here, so now we are getting our game started. And we are continuing into the second floor of the beginner's box here and getting in to see how much more deadly this place is going to be. I intentionally meant to put the thumbnail as 3 kobolds, 1 party, but it kind of worked out a little differently. You know, don't go Googling certain things with that similar title, please just don't do that. But for those of you that do know, yes, I'm sorry to bring back PTSD from that video. In any event,
3 kobolds, 1 crunk.
Oh no, even worse. Oh boy. Speaking of kobolds, did any of you guys catch my Monster vs. Monster last night? I know Herr Doctor, who's in the live chat there, did get a chance to watch that, and it was absurd. The events that happened last night in my Monster vs. Monster. So funny.
I watched it at work. I was not expecting the kobolds to just assert dominance.
Yeah. Kobolds versus guards, and it had quite the backstory too. So it's all playing off of each other. So anyone that's watching this as a video later on, definitely go check out these Monster vs. Monster videos. Not only they fun and hilarious, but there's a bit of a backstory. So doing some world building, which is really funny. But in any event, enough of that. Let us get into the game and see how these kobolds do against a party of heroes. And with that, I am Andrew, your GM for tonight. Scorekeeper, announcer, and all around just trying to stay out of being the bad guy. Because in certain games, I can be a real pain in the butt when I get to play the evil character. But, as we know, GMs and DMs are not the bad guys. They're just the storytellers. In any event, I am also here with my friends and family, and we will start with Eric playing Severish, our lizard folk summoner here, followed also by Mike playing Blank, the human champion. Almost said paladin. They're basically the same thing. Scott playing Schmebulok, the gnome wizard, and Sean playing Krunk, the orc druid. Are you guys ready to jump into this battle of kobold sneak attack here?
I am, but I would like to point out I'm actually a Kroger brand paladin.
A Kroger? Oh no. All right, and with that, why don't you guys go ahead and roll for initiative.
Ooh, I think I remember how to do this.
You guys were all looking around, doing perception checks, so go ahead and roll perception, which is the primary way to roll for that. All right, looks like we've got a 17 for Krunk, a 17 for Schmebulok, an 8 for Blank, and waiting on Severish, there we go, a 9. Okay, and with that, my kobolds go first. So there'll be 2 going before Krunk, then it'll be Krunk, Schmebulok, my kobold scout who's currently visible, and Krunk draws attention to this kobold scout over here, points him out, so he is right there. But from out of the shadows, a kobold warrior that looks familiar jumps out and attacks Severish, who's right there next to him. Alright, we're going to go ahead and make one little spear attack. Let's see here. And from there, even with the it should be flat-footed, that's a big old miss for the first attack. And let's see here, I'll reveal him now that he's made his attack. Severish, you see to your upper right of your token there, a little bloodied kobold warrior goes in and starts stabbing at you, cackling maniacally. Second attack. That's going to be a 14, but misses. Some bold moves tonight, indeed. That's from Herr Doctor in the chat. And one final attack coming in. Oh, and that's a natural 20. That's going to be a critical hit, it looks like. Let's see here. Hit by -1. Okay, so that turns it from a miss to a hit. So it's just regular damage on you, Severish. And that's going to be a total of 6 points of piercing damage. Oh, and he applied it to himself. Oh, that's funny.
Almost like, you know these guys.
Hey, wait. You can't do it 3 and heal it 6. That's cheating.
Yeah, I know, right? No, I corrected the health that it had, so it's back to where it was. There we go. All right, Servish, you've been hit by a critical attack of the Kobold warrior. And that will be that Kobold's turn. And then up next we have the other Kobold, who is over here, and is going to turn, pivot, and target Krunk and attack with its crossbow. So we'll go ahead and get the crossbow attack. And that is unfortunately going to be a miss, as the attack is...
Unfortunately for who?
For me, for my kobolds here. And the kobold scout pops up here. Okay, so it attacked once. It does have the reload trait, which means I will need to spend an action to reload, I believe. While all weapons, while all weapons need some amount of time to get into position, many ranged weapons also need to be loaded and reloaded. This entry indicates how many interact actions it takes to reload such weapons. This can be a 0 if drawing ammunition and firing the weapons are part of the same action. If an item takes 2 or more action to reload, the GM determines whether they must be performed together or as an activity. Or you can spend some of those actions during one turn and resting during another. So this should mean it takes 1 action to reload, and then we'll take a 3rd action to attack once again, pivoting and turning to Shmebulok to try and take his chances there.
Uh-oh.
Okay, that looks like that is going to be a hit and deals you.
It just I don't know if you're aware, but it's saying for me that you're rolling privately.
Yes. Okay, I will open those back up. I don't know why they're rolling privately. I think from last week. Okay, so you're hit with a total of, let's see here, 21 to hit, which is 7 over the AC, and that deals you 3 points of damage, Shmebulok. Oh, darn it. I did it again. I gotta click on Shmebulok, then deal the damage. There we go. So, Krunk, you're up with Shmebulok on deck, followed by my other Kobold Scout on deck. What do you do, Krunk?
Oh, there's some... First, I open my character sheet.
Sticky little goblins, or not goblins. I kept doing that last night too. I kept calling the kobolds goblins for some reason. Got goblins on the brain, I guess.
So, this little kobold right here.
Yes.
I would like to flip the table.
Okay.
Preferably onto the kobold.
Okay, let's see here. All right, go ahead and give me some kind of, what kind of skills do you got there that could be useful here? Proficiencies. Well, athletics. We'll go with an athletics here, and I'll do a reflex save against your athletics. That is true, Hair Doctor. Kobold is German for goblin.
Is it really?
Yeah. So it must be really confusing for some of our Dutch viewers and friends and people that play, Pathfinder or D&D in English or German. Okay, a 10. So I'll go with that for my reflex check. Okay, so you go to flip the table up, and it luckily ducks out of the way and avoids being hit by it. So it's currently partially hidden by the table. So I'm going to give this guy some cover at the moment. See, he's got lesser cover at the moment. And that was action number 1.
Now, would you consider that attack act?
No, I'll go with an interact action. So it wasn't necessarily... You weren't really kind of throwing it at him. If it was... I mean, I understand the intent, but I'm going to say no, it wasn't an attack.
So he's now under the table?
Yes, he's going to have partial cover if you try to attack him without, maybe getting down to his level. Like going prone or something.
For my second action, I am going to... from my new metal Nerf bat. And I'm just gonna take a big golf swing right there, table and all.
Okay. Go for it. All right, so the idea is that you're attacking the table or trying to hit the Kobold Scout.
Well, if I can smack the table into the scout or smack the table and the scout, I'm just swinging at that area as hard as I can.
Okay.
You're untrained with the weapon?
It shouldn't be. It's a simple weapon, isn't it?
Great Club? No, that's Great Club's martial, I thought.
Oh,
Oh, wait, no. Wait, hang on.
Matt, oh yeah, because you're.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to double check that.
Let's see something here.
Great Club is martial.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now we know.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and say that clearly the table is going to be easy enough to hit with with an 11. So go ahead and roll damage. All right, and 3 points. You hit it, but unfortunately, because of your untrained nature, using this unfamiliar metal bat, you deal some damage to it. You can hear the table crack and splinter a bit, but it's still within reasonable structural integrity to not break or hurt the kobold behind it, or underneath it at the moment.
We need practice.
And for your third action...
That would have been 3.
Oh, was it? Oh, right,
Yeah.
because you lifted the table. Okay, yep.
Flip the table, draw the club, and swing it.
All right. Shmebiok, you're up with my kobold scout on deck.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna try to hit the one of these kobolds with a ray of. Actually, I'm gonna move first because is the table blocking my line of sight?
Let me see here. Because you're a small creature, just like the kobold, I'm gonna say no. So let me go ahead and take that partial cover off for you as you make the attack.
Sure.
Because you'll be able to just kind of like squat down a bit and shoot through the table now that it's standing upright.
Under the
Oh,
table.
a natural 20 for a critical hit by Shmebulok. All right, buddy, go ahead and roll that damage. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like you can get critical, but it still hits. Let's see here. Are there any critical success? Oh, there is. The target takes double damage and takes a -10 foot status penalty to its speed for 1 round. All right, spell effect. Ray of Frost. Very nice. Go ahead and apply
Great.
damage.
Ooh, I get to do that myself.
Yeah, if you want, go ahead. Click the... You got the... Oh, you did it to yourself.
Whap whap.
Okay, so let's see.
What is this hall of mirrors?
Heal Shmebulok, apply it to the kobold. There we go. Kobold has been hit for... Oh, wait. I forgot I'd have to double damage it. There we go. Oh, yeah. With that hit, not only is the kobold scout frosted over and chattering and whatnot, you can see that you've penetrated through its skin and it's starting to just gush blood out in like ice cubes. It's kind of weird. Like the blood comes out, but then it just immediately starts to freeze. So it's getting this weird bloodsicle going on.
Oh, Slurpee.
Anything else? I'm pretty sure that was 2 actions, right?
Correct. Yeah,
Alright.
and then the next one I'm just gonna shuffle in between these two.
Okay, sounds good. All right, up next is Kobold Scout. Servish, you're on deck with Blank on deck. So, the Kobold Scout here is going to look around at its options and go to make an attack on Blank, who's right here in front of him. All right, go ahead and attack with the... well, it had the crossbow drawn, so it's going to go ahead and take that shot first.
Wouldn't it take it at disadvantage for being point blank?
You know, that's the funny thing. They don't really have disadvantage or advantage. So I don't...
Okay, yeah, no penalties is what I meant, though.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure about that. Let me see here.
Although I would imagine Foundry would actually pick up on it and automatically apply it.
Yeah, I would assume so. Because, let's see here. If there are anything like that. Plus 9. There might not be anything. Oh, you know what the only thing would be is probably incurring attacks of opportunity if you have it. Because you're shooting from point blank range.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Right,
Thank you, Kaiser.
there's no penalties.
Yep. Perfect. Okay, so the 23 will indeed hit, and we will deal, let's see here, 2 points of damage. All right, and then the Kobold Scout will cackle, reload for another action, and then go for a second attack on you, Blank. Let's see here, and that will be... And that's going to be another hit for a total of 23 again. And dealing damage... Oof, this one's a heavy hit for 8 points. All right, that's the Kobold Scout's turn. Up next is Servish, followed by Blank on deck. Then we start round 2. Servish, a go.
Alrighty. We see one sad little kobold next to my big ol' angry lizard bear.
Yes, you do recognize this kobold as the one that escaped from the initial cell combat many sessions ago.
I mean, you say he's recognizable, but I don't think he's gonna be. You know, after that second attack.
Oh, Koth went for the first attack, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So Koth's first attack misses, followed by the second attack. Unfortunately misses again. These little guys are very agile, it seems. Third action. He's definitely thinking over his options for that third action. Oh, we've got a demoralize on the Kobold up in the top right, the Kobold Warrior. Okay. Go ahead and make that intimidation check.
My
And-
God, the rolls are sucking.
Oh,
Hey,
Go ahead. Go ahead, Blank.
I was going to say it worked.
Yes, it is a success. He is frightened for 1 round. All right, that's 3 actions from Saravish. We move on to Blank here with round 2 and the top of with the kobolds. All right, Blank, what do you got?
I thought I had my short sword equipped, but I have the dagger instead. So I'm just going to run with that.
Well, go ahead, because I was going to suggest something to that. You know, you had plenty of time to equip the short sword, so make the switch free of charge.
All right. Just let me make sure that the shield is still on now. Yep. Wow, that gave me 3 hands for a second there.
Yeah, there you go. Looks like you're good now.
All right. So I'm going to start out taking a swing at Squirrely Boy here.
Okay.
Just make sure you got it targeted right.
Yep, you can hover over the target and hit T, or you can do it through the encounter tracker too. Okay, that's going to be a hit for normal damage as you strike against the Kobold Scout.
Normal strikes.
Interesting. That roll...
Wait, what? Why did that roll twice?
I don't know. We'll take the first one since it's more damage. That was strange.
Hang on, let me try clicking it one more time, see if it's just that I double-clicked on accident.
Yeah, it looks like you had a double
Okay.
click.
Yeah. Yep. Alright. Yeah, it's that first one then.
Alright, go ahead and apply damage for 7 points against the Kobold Scout. Oh, you did it to yourself.
I had him targeted.
Strange. No, you gotta click on them to apply damage. Even though you have it targeted, there's a difference. And you did it again.
I clicked on him, Andy.
Alright, I'll take care of it. I got it. There we go. And the Kobold Scout takes 7 points of damage from the magical short sword +1. That's action number 2.
This is where I'm lost. Let's see. He's frozen. He got hit. I'm going to take another swing at him.
Go for it.
What's the worst that could happen?
Another swing. That's going to be a 14 and misses, unfortunately.
All right. Well, I will raise a shield then.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, that's the end of round 1, and we go back to the top of round 2 here with my Kobold Warrior, who has been frightened by Seravish. And let's see here. Shaking in his boots, he's going to shift over to here just a little bit, maybe get a better advantage, and go in for the attack. Or at least attempt to, anyways. All right, so that was action number 1. Moving over, action number 2, a melee strike with the spear. And that's going to be a miss, unfortunately. A 10 will not hit, and goes in to try one more time. Maybe resolving themselves. And with that, we just barely miss. It looks like.
Unfortunate, barely missing. Whose side are you on?
I'm giving the commentators announcements here. I think I need Kaiser saying I think you need a module for targeted damage. Oh yeah, probably should look into that. That would definitely help out. All right, so that is going to be the Kobold Warrior's 3 actions, and we move on to the Kobold Scout, who is frozen and is going to take another shot at Krunk. He's going to go ahead and move and stand up, getting out of the... well, he's not really moving, but he's just standing up partially from being hidden there, and is going to go ahead and make an attack on Krunk, shooting at him with the crossbow. All right, so, well, no, he would have to reload, so that would be 1 action. He'll take another shot, and that will be, let's see here, base 11, total of, it looks like 20 to hit, which will indeed hit. And rolling out damage, that will be a total of 7 damage to Krunk. Okay. And then for the 3rd and final action, he will reload again. That will be the Kobold Scout's turn. Krunk, you're up. Schmembielok on deck. What are you thinking, Krunk?
I am going to target that little bad person. And I am going to... Oh! You look cold. Me saw you.
Ooh, with an acid splash, no less. Alright, you splash a gob of acid, and it splatters your target and nearby creatures. Ooh, make a spell attack. If you hit, you deal 1d6 acid damage, plus 1 acid on a critical, or plus 1 acid. On a critical success, the target also takes damage. Alright, so you do indeed hit the Kobold Scout with a 20.
Okay. I clicky the Kobold Scout. And then I clicky the damage.
Yes, please. Ooh, wow. Okay, so that's going to be 7 points of acid damage to the Kobold Scout. And it appears... Let's see here. Plus 1 extra acid damage, I guess? Or is that the 1 acid damage to everyone else? Like,
that is... If you hit, you deal 1d6 acid damage plus 1 acid damage.
oh. Yeah, but the plus 1 is in the first roll. Because you rolled max on the d6, and then you got the plus 1.
The 1 is the splash damage.
Yeah, so everything nearby takes 1 point of splash damage, right?
It doesn't say that it doesn't have area on its tags for the spell.
Yeah, but it says you splash a gob of acid that splatters your target and nearby creatures.
Range 30
If
feet.
you look down, and if you look down at the other heightened versions, it'll say like initial damage increases to 2d6 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh no, it's persistent damage.
For the critical hit, though. Yeah, Kaiser's just said adjacent targets take 1 acid damage. So, unfortunately, Service, you also take a point of acid damage. Alright, so our Kobold Scout here is going to take the full damage and is defeated. And our Kobold Warrior here is going to take 1 point of splash damage. Alright. So that was probably 2 actions, right, Crunk? For your acid splash?
I think that was a 2-action spell, yes.
Yes, it is. Okay. So then, what are you doing for your final action?
I am going to go hem this dude in.
All right. Sounds good. All right, that is Crunk's turn. Smebulok, you are up with the Kobold Scout on deck.
Sweet. Let's do some magic. Let's fire off another ray of frost, because that seems to work.
Yeah, definitely. Oof.
Or not.
Unfortunately, that is going to be a miss, sadly. Anything else for your final action?
I gotta figure out a better thing to do with my 1 action left. I'm just gonna move over here.
Okay. Up next is the Kobold Scout, who is facing off with Blank. And going into melee, he's going to go ahead and stow the crossbow since it's currently empty. For 1 action, draw his dagger and go in for the attack against Blank. Alright, so that is going to be his 3 actions in total here, and we will roll for that short sword. That's going to be a total of 19 to hit, which it looks like it misses by 1.
Because I had my shield raised.
Yes, indeed. So you see the maneuvers, they're pretty sloppy as the Kobold Scout, stows the crossbow, unsheathes the short sword, and then goes to attack, but you've trained for this multiple times and easily parry and knock the blow out of the way with your shield. Alright, Service, you are up with Blank on deck.
Alright. Let's move you up here and try this again.
Alright, 1 move action. And that is going to put the Kobold into flat-footed and helps hit, which is a critical hit. Plus 11 to that. Oh my goodness, 28 points of damage.
Can he just swallow him whole?
You tell me what happens, because this was pretty nasty here.
Yeah, you just rears back, maw opens frighteningly wide, then you just see feet sticking out. Slowly
I'd like to help
drawn
stuff
into the mouth.
What was that, Sean?
If his feet are sticking out, I'd like to grab his feet and press them into his mouth.
With a conjoined effort here, Krunk and Koth go ahead and finish off the remaining kobold, and you just hear a gulp.
And for the final action, he's just gonna right there.
All right, that's 3 actions. Blank, you're on you're up with Krunk on deck for round 3 if we get there.
If we get there. No, we're gonna get there. Alright, so he's currently wearing his sword, right?
Yes, he has his short sword in hand.
No, I can't do that with can't disarm him then. Alright. I'm gonna throw a feint his way.
Okay. Let's see here. With a misleading flourish, you leave an opponent unprepared for your real attack. Attempt a deception check against your target's perception DC. And we got a 10, which is a failure.
That is a failure.
Unfortunately, the feint doesn't work. And the kobold just watches you and watches your handiwork.
Kobold's too stupid to realize what you're doing.
Well, also, there's also it would be like a or a conditional thing where like he doesn't speak the language, so if I'm yelling at him for the feint. All right, well, I'm gonna take a swing then.
All right.
Or yeah, this will still be a +8 because that wasn't an attack.
Right. All right, that's going to be a 17 and hits by just hits because the flanking helped you hit. All right, and that's going to be 4 points of damage. Why is it saying ranged? Oh, I see. It's piercing. That's what their piercing target is. Okay. So 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And the kobold is in a very bloodied critical state.
Well, let's see if I can finish him off.
All right.
Oops.
Oh, that's a critical miss, unfortunately. As the kobold dodges out of the way at the last moment, and your sword just hits and strikes the ground.
Drats.
All right. End of round 2. We go to the top of round 3 with Krunk up and Schmebulok on deck. What you got, Krunk?
I will target that dude in the back there. I will move a little bit to get a better shot here.
Oh, and a Tanglefoot.
I will make the finger wiggly and miss.
Yes, unfortunately, that is a critical miss, sadly.
I will fart halfway through my incantation and mess up my own spell.
No, it just launches out the other way.
I take it that was your 2-action spell?
I don't know. It says cantrip 1. Is that?
Yeah, Tanglefoot's a 2-action. If you look next to the name, it'll have the 2 icons.
On your spell sheet.
Oh, it's on the spell sheet. It's not on the. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what though? It's better
Oh,
to
yeah.
fart and miscast than to take a swing and end up sheathing your sword.
But then you can
Yeah,
just play
so
that
that-
off as being intentional.
All right, Schmebulok, you're up with the Kobold Scout on deck.
Here, I'm gonna shuffle over here and then do some more ice magic.
Okay, let me do something real quick because of the angles and blank being right in front. I'm going to give the Kobold Scout a little bit of cover here. Oof, and unfortunately that is going to be a miss.
All right, that's my turn.
All right, the Kobold Scout's turn is up, and with nowhere to go, you were going to say something?
This is like one of those amusement park games. Just keep shooting at the stuffed animal.
Yeah, basically. Let's see here. Ooh, with that in here, I'm probably gonna have to make some kind of an athletics check to bound over the barrels here. So we're gonna go ahead and do something like that. Acrobatics. Yeah, we'll do an acrobatics check to get over this. We'll see what happens here with the roll. Oh boy! So the kobold goes to bound over the barrels here, but unfortunately falls and goes flat prone. Takes another action to stand up, shakes its head off, like because it may have like banged its head a little bit, and then goes and is like and whatever, and just attacks at Blank again because Blank was there attacking back. So he's going to take his final action to make a short sword strike. Oh goodness, a natural 20 for a total of 29 to hit.
And I forgot to block last turn, or raise a shield, so I can't block it.
Yeah, unfortunately. But luckily
Oh,
for
no.
you, that's only 2 points of damage. Wow,
Oh.
that's really, really funny.
It could have been horrifying.
Wait, no, you gave it to me twice. I already took it.
Oh, my bad.
I
Okay.
healed myself for the 2.
Oh, yes, thank you, Kaiser. He was reminding me there's the tumble through action to move through an enemy space. Could have done that. All right. That is the Kobold Scout's turn. 3 actions up. Cerevish, you're on deck. Blank. Or you're up, Cerevish. Blank on deck. Excuse me. And depending on who's attacking, I'll have to remove the cover.
It's Kyle.
Okay.
He's right in biting distance.
Right in the bite. Okay, unfortunately the first attack misses as the Kobold is still a little wobbly from the tumble, and Koth's first attack misses.
So no flanking for that, huh?
Let's see here.
I don't think there is flanking.
Kobold Scout, strength. Yeah, even with the flanking, it wouldn't have worked. But yeah, why did that miss? Oh, let's see here. Oh, why does it still say he's got cover? He shouldn't have cover. Oh, you know what? You rolled when I was removing the cover.
Oh.
But yeah, the total would have been a 16 to hit, and the 13 misses regardless. So yeah, he's flat-footed for sure.
Okay, so that would have missed anyway.
Yeah, yep.
So, try it again.
Oh, another miss.
It's gonna miss anyway, but why not?
Yeah, unfortunately all 3 attacks miss, sadly. Alright, Blank, you're up with Krunk on deck.
Alright, well, I'm going to take a 5-foot move up. And I am going to attempt to trip the Kobold.
Okay. If you might want to do it from your initial position and then move, because at the moment you're not flanking.
Yeah, that's true. Although this is oh no, it is an attack skill, but it's still against his reflex DC, so I don't think flat-footed's going to apply for that.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Nope.
Oh, critical failure. And on that, you lose your balance and fall and land prone as you go to trip, catching your foot on one of the barrels.
Then I will spend an action to get up.
Okay.
And,
This is one squirrely kobold here.
that was an attack, so I'm gonna demoralize.
Okay.
Nope.
No demoralize there either.
This is
All
the
right.
luckiest fucking kobold.
This is ridiculous. Top of round 4,
This
Krunk.
Pokemon's got good EV stats.
Krunk, you're up. Shmebulok on deck.
Rocking a short sword of luck.
So,
He's carrying a lucky egg.
5, 10, 15, 25 should put me over here if I'm climbing over the barrels.
Yeah, I'll give that as, like, difficult terrain because you're a medium creature.
And taking some inspiration from my buddy Cass.
Oh god, he's gonna try eating the kobold.
I'm going to bite the kobold.
Oh no!
Nice. Go for it.
Come on, 20. If ever I needed a 20.
Oh, close.
Oh.
19 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Clicky him and damage.
The damage of total of 7. And that, my friend, is a dead kobold. And just like our D&D games, Krunk has a dead kobold stuck to his tusk at the moment, and it just goes limp in his body as the kobold is impaled and stuck to his face at the moment.
The cloaker blinders.
Yes. Oh, that was funny. And with that, combat comes to an end.
Oh, sweet, a crossbow.
Yeah, there's
And
a
some bolts.
couple crossbows and bolts if you want. Shmebulok's already right there looting away.
That'll help.
And while you guys are looting, go ahead and award yourselves 80 XP for this encounter.
I don't remember if we did experience last time. I think we did.
We did. It was like 10.
Yeah, it was only a little bit for RP's sake.
644?
Yep.
Is anybody else going to grab that other crossbow?
Little help. I will
Yeah.
attempt to wrestle the kobold off my face.
I will aid him with this. His grim trophy.
Yes,
Hold on.
What-
Blank, you grab one leg, Koff will grab the other, and we'll wishbone it off him.
Oh, jeez.
No.
Oh, that's rough. Yes, and with the aid of your companions, Crunk, you're able to get the kobold off your tusks.
I mean, hasn't there been enough horror and suffering that this poor little crusader has been through that you have to go and say that?
No. That kobold in particular did not suffer enough.
That's funny.
I would like to take a piece of the kobold's cloth to clean myself off with, please.
Okay. And you do. You clean yourself up. You guys spend some time doing what you need to do, looting and whatnot. You want to spend some time healing. You can do that as well.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll pop lay on hands and then take a chance to rest, hopefully for 10 minutes while they're looting and recovering.
Okay.
I got a potion if you want. I got a couple potions, Mike, if you want.
Lay on hands is free, and I can just rest for 10 minutes and do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as you guys don't mind spending the 10 minutes per thing, you can totally just lay on hand abuse.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
With the 10 minutes we have, I'd like to start trying to figure out people's true names. I was wondering if I could do that just by learning about them and chatting with one person during their downtime, just to see if I can figure that out.
Yeah, if you'd like to, sure. That's up to the other person if they're going to tell you or not outright, and otherwise you will have like a contested check just for that for the time being.
Gotcha. All right, let's start with Saravish.
All right, so during this time, Shmebulak and Saravish, Shmebulak comes up to you and starts chatting with you. You two just kind of met only a day ago or so, and he's trying to figure out. So what kind of questions do you ask each other, or what do you say to each other as you're chatting here?
I would tell him that I have certain skills when it comes to knowing the true name of an ally or an enemy. And I like to just ask him questions about his heritage, where he comes from, his background, the lands he comes from, see if I may have any knowledge about them and give me any clues to what his
Driver's license, social security.
Yeah.
What do you think, Saravish? What kind of info do you want to give him?
I mean, I don't mind telling them like where I came from. Like full background. It's getting a little personal for someone I've just met.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Gotta update a couple things real quick. And yes, here we go.
Shmebulak is actually a Nomagirian prince.
Oh no.
Or he's one of the Fae. Can I have your name? Thanks. It's mine now.
Right?
What do we got going on here? Hold up a minute. Oh, I totally messed up something here. Alright, there's that, and then... There we go. Okay. Okay, that should work. Cool. Right, so, I guess Smebulok, do you have any way of magically imposing his true name, or do you just kind of go with the whole Seravish being a little cagey about giving you personal information at the moment?
Yeah, I don't have any magical way to learn it, so it'd be just using my wizardy knowledge and trying to cross-reference that versus what he told me.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can do a little opposed check here. Let's see, what do we got? Stealth, diplomacy.
For most social checks, it seems like perception is the one that is used to oppose it.
Also have the academia lore skill, if that helps.
Possibly. Trying to think of what might be a good check here to learn a little bit more about him. Yeah, I guess go ahead with the academia, and since it's not necessarily... I mean, we could do something else. Alright, whoa, jeez, 26. Alright, so with that, what do you think, Seravish, would be common knowledge about your people that Shmebulok would know or understand? You're not necessarily telling him about your personal stuff, but what about your lizard folk do you think would be common knowledge?
Most of them are more the a lot of them live in ruins of old lizard man civilizations. Almost like they're trying to live in the glory of the past.
Okay.
They usually don't let outsiders into the more private areas. Have or more public areas set up for outsiders and visitors.
So yeah, then that would be pretty astute then for Seravish to be pretty kind of closed in when Shmebulok comes up and kind of starts asking pretty personal questions here, it seems. From the sounds of it, anyways. Anything else you want to ask Shmebulok, or any other kind of chat between you all as you are healing up? Because right now we've done one round of healing, and 10 minutes are back up. So Blank, you should probably have your point back if you'd like to heal others, unless you think everyone's at a good spot for healing.
That depends on everybody else. Do you want to spend more time here? Because I feel like everyone is... Is anyone missing at least 6 hit points?
No. Yeah, I'm missing 7.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
13 out of 20, so I can
All right,
well,
well, I guess...
take it or leave it.
Yeah, we'll spend another 20 minutes then healing Seravish and Krunk.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
It's just time, right? Gives them time to prepare.
I mean,
Gives Andy
can you
time to-
split that? Can you split
No.
one heal up between, or no?
No, this is not this is not the 5th edition crutch that we're used to. And you're not dead anymore, and you're not dead anymore.
Wait, you can heal?
Best druid ever.
So, when we went into this encounter, 15 minutes had passed since Seravish was afflicted with the saltwater sickness from a bad fortitude check. With post-combat, I usually think that it takes about 10 minutes or so to kind of recover and start any kind of healing. So we'll say that was another 35 minutes. And then Blank going through and doing some lay-on-hands healing, that will be another 20 minutes. So you have roughly 15 minutes left of your saltwater sickness, Seravish, okay?
Sounds good.
And with any more exploration, every time we get to another section, that will also be roughly 10 minutes or so. So within another 2 more explorations or encounters or whatever happens, you should be done with the sickness you've been afflicted with.
All right, Crunk, that healing is for you.
Yeah, while he's
Oops. Wrong button.
Yeah, while
you
you're
know
healing,
he's during the 10 minutes he's blanks recharging to heal Crunk. Can I just inspect these barrels here? See if there's...
I like to mosey and look around too.
Yeah, of course. Anyone that is checking out those barrels so it looks like Cerevish and Schmebulok here, while the other 2 are healing up, go ahead and give me this perception check I'm going to put in chat right now. So go ahead, click your token, and then click on that perception check.
I do love how they have those checks with the beginner box material.
Yeah, it is.
It's great.
Yeah, it's super helpful.
So I'm going
Okay.
to go ahead and heal myself as well, actually.
All right, so you want to spend another 10 minutes to heal up again?
Yeah, because I just realized that I'm just 6 under, so if I can heal myself max, then...
Okay,
Yeah,
so that
I
will
mean,
be
you got crunched pretty hard.
that'll be another 10 minutes for healing purposes. So Cerevish, that will give you 5 minutes left on your sickness there. So
Excellent.
with that, we have a critical success and a success from both Schmebulok and Cerevish here. Now, because of this, and you're inspecting this another barricade here. This is a makeshift barricade of barrels in this room, in the back of the room. Checking this out, as you're looking over it, you start to smell a horrible, horrible odor coming from the back behind the barrels here and whatnot. It smells of rotten fish and sweat. And let's see
Crunk,
here.
I told you to do that outside.
And because there was a critical success by Cerevish here, you hear the faint sound of dripping water coming from somewhere in the distance. So you have a possibility here, if you'd like, while you guys are kind of looking over this barricade. You have 2 options ahead of you. To the left, there's a hallway that leads into another room here. And to the north here is this barricade of barrels that you could potentially take care of, just similar to the barricade on the first floor. Where would you guys like to go?
First I'll inform Crunk and Blank of the discovery. And then I'd like to try to clear that out and see what's going on back there.
Okay. All right, you guys done looting kobold bodies? I'm gonna clear them out if you're
I was
good.
gonna say, I
Yeah,
want to take the bodies and kind of stack them in the corner over here behind the barrels.
Okay.
Yeah, there's leather armor on them worth you could sell it for gold if anybody wants it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna equip the crossbow that I just picked up.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So for let's see here. For getting through this barricade here. Let's see here.
I'll give him a hand moving the heavy stuff.
How are you going to go ahead and disassemble this? Are you going like quietly, or are you going to try and just break it apart?
I'm gonna like to attempt to do it quietly.
Okay. If anyone
I know
has,
how my rolls have been, so
there's 2 options here. You can either use a crafting skill to try and gently break it or roll it apart, or even thievery skill check could be used here. So I'm going to put 2 into chat, and you can choose whichever you'd prefer.
I am proficient in
with-
thievery skill.
I'm
plus
untrained
7.
in thievery.
But there's also the crafting skill, so there is 2 options there for you.
I'm untrained in crafting.
I'm trained in crafting. I got a +7.
Anyone else trained in crafting that can aid him?
Aid me.
Finding things.
I am not skilled.
I'm
in
still getting
crafting.
used to the character sheets.
The little hand.
Untrained in crafting. Untrained in thievery, but I get a +2.
Yeah, I think in order to aid, you need to be proficient. I think.
Probably trained at least. I think.
All of my training is in making noise. So I'll kind of move out of the way.
All right, so one of you can go ahead and attempt to take this apart.
You do it.
Sure, I'll give it a shot. I'll use the. Can I use the thieves' tools as well, or would I have to?
Yeah, you'll be using your thieves' tools to, gently cut and pry apart.
Alright.
Apart the barrels here.
Crumble, crack, snap.
Nice.
And with that, you find that you have a success, and you gently and easily disassemble the barricade here. So let me see something real quick. Where is that?
You're a crusader, they said. How do you know to pick locks, they said.
Okay, let me see something. There's that. And then... yes, there we go. Oh, it just clicked. Okay, cool. So it changed the map area, which is kind of neat. And there were supposed to be some fun little sounds here.
Yeah, the built-in macros are awesome.
Yeah.
He says your air doctor is going to sleep, and he says that your screens are switched.
Oh, crud. That's right. I forgot to put it back when you guys were done talking. Okay, let's see here. Good night, Herr Doctor. Thank you for hanging out. Let's see here. Where was the sounds? Text page. Yeah, I don't remember. Anyways, so you gently remove the barrels and free it up so you can get into this section here. So the choice is yours. Do you go forward or do you go to the left?
I mean, we just uncovered this. This seems promising.
Yeah,
It
let's
seems
go
like
the
it's-
other way.
Yeah, this looks like this is actually progress in the quest. We need to go the other way to clear it out first.
All right. Well, whichever way you guys want to go, make your choice and give me a marching order.
Okay, wait. No, I want to ask you about this barricade, though. Does it look like the barricade was put in place to stop something from getting through, or to stop them from getting through? Like something from the other end, like a creature in this area behind the barrels.
That's a good question here. Let me take a look at a couple things. That.
Not a bad idea. Are there any markings, like claw marks, boot marks, or anything on the ground on the other side of the barricade?
Well, at the moment, you can't really see much of anything that would indicate what's going on here, but you have a feeling that because it is blocked and similar to the first floor, there might be... There's definitely a good reason why this was blocked by the kobolds. More than likely, whatever was back there, they're probably trying to keep something in or stop something from coming out and attacking them. So you're not quite sure. Unfortunately, there's no markings telling one way or the other if something was, had giant claws to slash at the walls. It all just appears to be natural markings and dug out tunnels here.
Well, I say let's go on. I'll take the lead.
I'll also follow up behind with me behind him.
Yeah, stop when you get to the sludginess up here.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
stop like right there. I was thinking.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wave everybody through. Going. Great.
Okay.
Schmebbylock starts stacking the barrels back up.
Yeah.
Beyond the barricade, the passageway meanders briefly. The floor descends slightly and soon becomes flooded by a shallow pool of water. The water appears to be flowing out of a passageway to the right, and a shimmering blue light in that direction reflects off the water there. The main passageway continues to the left. Over the slight depression in the floor where the water has pooled, an overpowering stench drifts from around a bend.
From around
Where's
which bend?
Pocahontas song?
Let's see here. Give me a skills here. Let me see here. Give me a nature check to tell where the smell is coming from. Blank and Servish, since you guys are up front. And even Koth. Koth can roll as well, if he has the stats for it.
Oh god, it's coming from everywhere.
Sarabash. And this is Koth.
Okay. Definitely Blank. Since you're in the lead, it was much easier for you to tell where the smell is coming from. You're pretty certain that the overwhelming stench is coming from this northern left branch, away from the shimmering lights that you're getting from the right branch.
All right, so I'm going to let the party know that the powerful rotting smell, is coming from the left, and that I suggest that we go the other way towards the light. At least it seems like a place that would be safer for us to go initially.
Do me a favor though, if you've got like a spare scrap or a piece of wood or something, just check the water. Is just water? Is it something else? Who knows?
Yeah, sure. Just get me one of the spears from the dead kobolds, or from the kobold, and we can just use that to test the water.
Yeah.
All right.
Can do that.
Someone passes, you guys ask for a spear and you pass it along up to the front there. So you have yourself like a pungy stick to test the water with for any kind of drops or something.
Yeah, I want to use it to test for drops and also like stability, like if it's slimy, like if it slides
Slimy,
easily.
if it's sulfurous.
Yeah.
If it's acid.
Slimy, a little bit. Foul, sure, because you got that rotting fish smell here. But beyond that, the floor itself seems stable. You press down, and it seems like it's only maybe an inch or two of water, and everything seems pretty stable, thankfully.
All right. Well, I will head on down this way then through the water.
Okay.
Should I do it at like half speed to?
No.
Because of,
No, it's not that deep. You can go ahead and do your full movement.
That's about where it would take me.
All right, so everyone get their full movement and don't go any further than Blank. Currently, Krunk is standing on top of Schmebulok.
So
Okay.
let's see here. We got earth, fire, wind, water, and
Heart. We're forming Captain Planet.
So, as you enter into
All right,
this room...
Too many of us went in that direction.
Let's see here. On the far side of the puddle of water is a strange chamber, crackling with magical energy. Pulsing orbs float in 3 of the 4 corners of this room. The orb in the southwest is made of brown earth and stone, whereas the one in the northeast looks to be made of glass, and is filled with a swirling cloud. The orb in the far corner holds a roaring flame. Opposite that orb are shattered remains and the water that flows down the passageway to the northwest. So where you're standing right now is what was this like water orb. So there's shards here, and the water is just constantly flowing from this orb down the passageway to the north, where the left you could have gone there. And as you enter in here, the far right corner, the fire orb starts to shatter and erupt and shake, and it blows open, and suddenly a cinder rat appears.
Cinderella.
Squeak, 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 squeakums.
And we go right into... actually, hold on, I'm going to get the music for this. Sound effects. Where was this one here? Oh, yeah, that did that. The cinder rat. Is there anything else? Everything is fire. Just barricades. No, alright. Sound effects. Ambient. There we go. Alright, so... All right, so with that, the Cinder Rat is extremely aggressive, and I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Not again.
Oh, yes, again.
Yes, again. Oh, good music.
Yay! My consistently under 10 initiatives.
Let's see here. Where did that sound file go? The rat's on fire. Oh, there it is. Okay. Everything is fire. Perfect. Took me a minute to find
Rat's
it.
on fire, the rat's coming together, the rat's coming straight forward,
And it rushes in to attack. Now let me just double check to make sure. Okay.
And immediately extinguish itself within the water.
Yeah.
So around this Cinder Rat it just emanates a cloud of smoke. Just to let you know.
So like an obscuring smoke?
Yeah, a little bit actually. Let's see here.
It's like the scene from Lord of the Rings when the Balrog first shows up. Instead of like the demon face and wings coming out, it's just a big mouse head.
You know, I really hate it when you go to a place and you're in the non-smoking section and then someone lights up in the other corner.
Alright, so for one action, it's going to rush up to blank and goes in for the attack for number 1 here.
Does it take damage when it enters the water, or does it affect it at all?
It's not enough. Enough
Okay.
water for it to be hurt. Alright, so that's going to be action 1. It rushes up. Action number 2 is a strike. And it misses, unfortunately, for the rat. And it goes in for another snap of the jaws.
Plus 10.
Oof, and that's a critical miss. Alright, so that is the Cinder Rat's turn. Schmebulok, you're up. Blank on deck.
Okay. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna force bolt it with my focus spell.
Okay. Alright, so the Cinder Rat is emanating a dark smoke around it and is partially concealed. Luckily, with your flat DC 5 check of a 13, you do hit the rat through its smoke that it emanates out.
Wouldn't matter if first bolt hits automatically anyway.
Ah,
Yeah, take
Provided-
that 2 damage.
provided you can see it, right?
No, it's you fire an unerring
fire
dart
an
of force
unerring
with your
dart of
fingertips.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it might require you to see it. I'm not sure.
Probably to make the attack roll then in that case, because if you can't see it to target it, it would cancel the attack then.
Yeah. That's the thing. If it's concealed, you have to be able to see it. But luckily, with the smokes, because it's just concealed, it's only a little hard. There's like a 25% miss chance. All right, but you do deal it 2 points of force damage.
Sweet.
Okay.
Alright, continue with the rest of my actions with another Ray of Frost.
Ooh. And you do make
it.
it through the concealment.
Boom.
And you
Nice.
hit with a 23.
Very nice.
That's going to be 8
Nice.
points of frost or cold damage. Excellent.
Ooh, he has a vulnerability.
Yep.
Tasty.
Ooh, yes, you found the
Oh,
vulnerability to cold damage.
Some chunky hit points.
Yeah. All right.
No, no. Oh, continue.
I assume that is all 3 of your actions, Schmebulok.
Correct.
All right, Blank, you are up, and because you're within 5 feet of the this Cinder Rat, I'm going to need you to make a Fortitude save for me, please.
Stank. Ooh.
Oof. And unfortunately, you fail the check, but not a critical failure. And
Wait,
are
what?
What?
Yeah, you fail with a 20. And you are sickened for 1 round.
Oh.
And what does that do to me?
Let's see here. Sickened 1 is you feel ill. Sickened always includes a value, so you take a status penalty equal to the value of all your checks and DCs. You can't willingly ingest anything, including elixirs and potions, while sickened. You can spend a single action retching in an attempt to recover, which lets you immediately attempt a fortitude save against the DC of the effects that made you
Yeah,
sickened.
no, I'm not gonna mess with that because that DC is like crazy high. It's like 28 or something.
It's a
So
high
I'm just
DC.
I'm just gonna shout at him.
But it is only one round. So
Oh well, that wouldn't succeed. So that's a wasted action, I imagine.
yes, because of, let's see here. Well, demoralize. Yeah, because of the concealment, you have to make a flat check to target it. So unfortunately, the demoralize fails to hit. That's action number 1. Okay. The strike is able to bypass the concealment check here, but unfortunately that attack also misses. And then we go for a raise and a shield action. Excellent. Krunk, you're up. Cerevish on deck.
Oh, where the hell am I? Moving through people takes double. 5, 10,
No, moving through people does not take double.
20. Oh no?
Moving through hostile targets would take double into tumble through, wouldn't it?
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's free to move through your friends. I think we covered this once before.
Yeah, because it's basically just like we're just getting out of each other's way kind of thing.
Krunk, that will be 2 actions because it's 25. Everyone has 25 feet of movement, not 30.
Thought it was. I moved it too far.
Yeah.
It's like right here actually is 25
Come back
from where you
one.
were.
Yeah, I'm trying. It won't let me move again.
All right, I'll shift you over. So that was 1 action to move.
Boy, that club was rather disappointing. I think I'll give it another shot.
Look, we just need, to weaken it enough for Kath to come over and be like, "That's one spicy meatball."
Where did my menu go? I gotta set this up on my hotbar. Target the rat. Club with the greatness. Okay, you're not gonna do that. What the hell happened?
I think you looked at it as an item and not as the attack.
Yeah, do you have the enemy targeted?
Oh yeah, I have the enemy targeted.
Yeah, it should be under your actions under strikes.
Oh, real quick, Krunk, before you go in because you ran into within 5 feet of the Cinder Rat, I need you to also make a fortitude save for me.
Yeah.
Alright, unfortunately that is also a fail and you are sickened for 1 round.
Okay.
Alright, continue on with your 2 actions.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will make the attempt at beating him with the metal bat.
Okay, the concealment check goes through and you sadly miss with your second action. Fucking thing's got a massive AC, Jesus.
Jesus, got chunky hit points and a high AC.
Ironically enough, by the way of how this works out, this is technically a boss monster for you guys.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
I mean,
So you guys are gonna really need to be tactical here and work together to get this thing down because of how many hit points and how hard it's going to be to kill this thing. All right, so what do you got for your last action, Krunk?
I will attempt to trip it.
Okay. Okay. Sadly, the trip fails and is a critical failure. Which means...
I trip over my own push.
Yes. And you fall prone on the ground. Okay.
Here's Keith. Come eat it.
Servish, you're up next with the Cinder Rat up on deck for round 2.
Alright, I'm gonna do something I'm actually pretty good at doing. Usually, anyway.
You're gonna do that.
Fucking hell.
Unfortunately, the concealment.
How is it we're all rolling 2s on a fucking DC 5?
I don't know, man. It's a flat roll. There's no bonuses to it, unfortunately. Alright, so that was one action. You have 2 left.
Yeah, we're gonna, yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna pull Koth in.
As Koth goes in, I'm going to need him to also make a fortitude save. Yes, and unfortunately, Koth starts to retch as well, as the fetid fumes afflict him as well. And he is sickened for 1 round. Alright, go ahead and take your last action. Okay, the attack goes through, and that is a hit as the creature is flat-footed. Go ahead and roll damage. Alright, 8 points of acid damage to the Cinder Rat. And the Cinder Rat is now officially bloodied.
Hey!
Alright.
But now it's his turn.
Yep, it is now the Cinder Rat's turn. And the Cinder Rat will turn, seeing that Krunk is on the ground prone and takes advantage of this. Alright, go ahead for the target. And goes in for the jaw strike on Krunk.
Quick, guys, he fell for the distraction. Get him.
The attack hits with a total of a dirty 20, and rolling damage, that's going to be 8 points of fire damage. Ooh.
Yeah, except that happens.
The glimpse of redemption! Redeemed! Alright, so let's see here.
It'll work.
Either the ally is unharmed, or the ally gains resistance to all damage against the triggering damage equal to 2 plus your level. Okay, so let's see here.
So it's after you rolled the damage.
Yes. So let's see here. I'm gonna do a flat roll here and see what the creature's gonna pick randomly. 1 will be left, 2 will be... Alright, so it's gonna take the ally's gonna gain resistance to all damage against the triggering damage equal to 2 plus your level, so gains a DR3. And after the damage effect is applied, the enemy becomes enfeebled 2 until the next turn. Okay, so that means... let's see here. Is that all fire damage? Yeah, it's all fire damage. So you gain DR3 for fire, and you now take 5 damage instead. Alright, so we'll go ahead and hit that for 5. And the rat is now enfeebled 2 for 2 rounds. Alright, so that was the first attack. It's going to spin, look at blank now that you've glimpsed of redemptioned it, and tries to make a snack out of you next. Goes in for the bite, and that is going to be a miss. Alright, and then...
Because I did raise my shield.
Very good. That was lucky. And then goes in for 1 final attack against you, being rather annoyed by this whole thing, and only gets a 10 and misses once again. That's its turn. Schmebulok, you're up, followed by Blank on deck.
Cool. Obviously, Ray of Frost is to kick this thing off.
Yes, please do.
Seems to be a winner right now.
Okay, that will hit. Goes past the concealment,
Womp.
but sadly is a critical miss.
Gotcha.
Anything for your last action?
Fire my crossbow.
Pew pew. All right.
So this is a map -5.
Yes.
Correct.
Oh, and that's a critical miss, unfortunately, as the arrow goes sailing past Blank and Crunk and plinks off the back wall here.
Bad round. That's it for me.
All right, Blank, you're up. Crunk on deck. All right, so...
Yeah, I have to make the fortitude save.
Yes, give me a moment here, unless you want to scroll up. All
Where
right.
is it? There. Okay.
Okay, let's see here. What was the check there?
Oh wait. Oh shoot. What?
Oh, you got a 20. I'm going to take that as the
No.
the roll.
Okay.
So what is your fortitude save? What's your bonus to
Plus
fortitude?
5.
Okay.
With the -2 for second.
No,
Why am I second 2?
it shouldn't be
All right.
second too.
So if it's still second 1, then it would be +6.
Let me
Or
see
is
here.
because it would be because normally it's +7. With second 1, it's +6. Second 2 is +5.
Let me see something here real quick. Let me see. Because in the rules it tells me specifically that you take a -1 status penalty to all checks and DCs for 1 round.
Yes.
So you had your 1 round, technically, at the end of your round because you walked in and failed it. So this time you have a 25 for the check, which technically is a critical success. There's nothing in here for critical successes, but you don't get sickened. So you're not sickened this time around.
All right.
Okay?
Well then I'll take a swing at him with my short sword.
Yes, the old shark sword. Go for it.
Chomp chomp.
All right, you get through the concealment, and you do hit. Roll damage.
Hang on, let me make sure I'm targeting correctly.
All right, that's going to be 5 points of piercing damage.
I will let you apply that damage.
Yeah, got it. And the rat takes a little bit more damage here.
He's already enfeebled, so I'm not gonna bother trying a demoralizing shout.
He's immune to demoralize for 10 minutes.
Oh, that's true. Well, no, he only got demoralized. Oh wait, because you attempted it, right? Yeah.
I failed mine, so he's immune for 10 minutes.
Then I will raise a shield and
That's 2 actions.
I'll take another shot at him.
All right.
Oh wait, sorry, that's gonna be map -4. That's gonna be a miss.
Let's see here. Yeah, unfortunately, that is indeed a miss. All right. That's Blank's turn. Crunk, you're up. Serafish on deck. Crunk, go ahead and give me another Constitution check, please. Do you need me to bring out the prompt again?
Scrolling up. Scrolling up. Scrolling.
Here you go.
Lagging.
I put it back at the bottom.
How does the fortitude die on your character sheet not work?
What's that, Eric?
I was gonna say, does the fortitude die on his character sheet not work?
I don't know. You can actually just click it right in the chat box. Like if you have your token clicked and then you click in the chat, you can just do it from there instead of having to click on your skill sheet or your character sheet. So with a 26 and a critical success, you are no longer
Kaiser is
sickened.
pointing out something, Andy.
What?
He's saying don't forget to give Crunk the persistent fire. I don't know if he's supposed to be taking fire damage from.
Oh, right.
attack.
Yes, from being hit. Okay, 1 minute. I forgot about that.
Thank you, Kaiser.
Okay, so you take 2 points of persistent fire damage here. And let's see here. Oops. I don't know where that one.
Wait, does he still have the damage resistance?
Yep.
For the fire from fire? Because then it should be 0 damage.
Right, because of your. How long does that last?
I don't know if it's just.
I think
for the
it's
attack.
I think it's just for the hit he takes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
Wait.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ally gains
triggering
resistance
damage,
to
yeah,
all-
so-
yeah, against the triggering damage. So yeah,
All right, so you'll take 2 points of fire damage. All right, go ahead and continue your turn.
Okay. I will stand.
Oh, you'll take that at the end of your turn. Okay, so you're standing for one action.
Yes.
All right.
Then I'm going to try and beat the fire out of the rat. Come on. I'm going to crit. Kill his face off. Or I'm not.
Okay, so unfortunately the attack does miss, but you get through the concealment, which was good. But sadly the attack missed, so that's action number 2.
I know it wasn't going to make a difference on the attack, but it didn't put in the didn't add in flat-foot again.
Sure did. It's there.
Does it?
Yep. Unfortunately, the attack was a 10 total, which means it missed by 6. I can see it. I don't know if you guys can see the. You probably can't see the calculations. Yeah. I can see it though, and the flat-footed there. All flat-footed does with flanking is subtracts AC -2.
Yeah. It's been saying it on all the other attacks. It just for me, it just didn't on this one.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I see it on that one.
Yeah, and this one is a hit. Let's go ahead and roll damage.
I can't hit with a weapon. I'll bite all day long.
It's them tusks, man. Alright, so that's going to be 6 points of piercing damage to the Cinder Rat. And let me just double check something here.
Lights his eyebrows on fire.
Right? Okay, so now you take 2 points of too much damage from the persistent fire damage there, Crunk. I need you to roll a flat check for me, DC 15, to see if you are able to stamp out the fire or not, because this is done at the end of your turn. So go ahead and click that. Okay, so sadly you are still on fire.
Well, I would be anyway, because I'm chewing on the thing that's burning.
True. Right. Alright, that's Crunk's turn. Service, you're up.
Yeah.
Okay, and just got to do a fort save, right?
Yes. Let me, Okay, so that's still sickened, so we're just going to leave that on.
Right.
Oh, that's cool. The persistence damage was done at the end of the turn. Nice. Okay, that is a hit for Koth's first turn. 8 points of acid, right? 8 points of acid? And the Cinder Rat is just barely holding on.
Oh. I know I'm not going to hit with this one, but you know, wait. That's one. I could.
What do you got for that last action? Or is it action number 2? I kind of lost track.
Yeah, I've got 2 actions.
Okay.
Left.
What you got? Ooh, electric arc. Okay. And let's see here. So,
I clicked the save. Do you see?
nope,
Where?
I got it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, so the Cinder Rat critically succeeds the electric arc and takes no damage, I guess. Yeah, because it's a critical success.
Yeah,
it's a cantrip.
Cantrip anyway.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, well, that's my turn.
All right. That's the end of the round. We go to the top with the Cinder Rat going. Seeing Crunk is on fire, the Cinder Rat is going to go ahead and attack Blank once again. Let's see here. And that first attack is going to be a total of 22. You have a chance to shield block, it looks like.
Yep.
Okay, so that's going to reduce damage, right?
Yep.
All
Cuts
right.
it in half. Or equal to the hardness. Oh, so I
You take nothing.
correctly mode. Yep.
No
the shield
damage.
doesn't take any damage either.
Right.
Anything over 5 and the shield starts taking damage.
Okay. Angered by that, the Cinderrat's going to turn and target Koth to go in for a bite as well. Let's see here. That is going to be a hit as well. So you take 3 points of fire damage, Cerevish. And our official, I guess you are technically now on fire.
Oh yeah, he'll be on fire. But we just share life.
Yeah. Okay, so now that you are persistent on fire, there's one more turn, and I guess, yeah, the Cinderrat's just going to kind of hang out here and make some attacks. Yep, we'll target Krunk and go merrily around the way. This thing is just going kind of crazy on its last-ditch efforts to do something here in its fire frenzy. Oh, Jesus. All right, that
Shit.
This
is-
rat is like MVP.
Yeah. Right?
that is a hit.
It's equivalent to a boss fight.
Yep. And
Certainly
Krunk, you
looking
take
at-
4 points of fire damage. Okay. That is the end of the rat's turn. Shmebiok, you're up. Blank on deck.
Yeah, because I only get the 1 reaction every round, right? So I couldn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
All right, the concealment goes through. And you miss, unfortunately.
Jeez. Jeez Louise. Alright, another crossbow.
Okay. And unfortunately, the attack misses because of the concealment check.
That's it for me.
All right, Blank, you're up. Krunk on deck.
Come on, heart of the cards. I'm going to take a swing.
Oh, real quick.
Oh, right. The
Okay,
I would
so
miss anyway. So
yeah, that will miss anyways. But go ahead and give me a Constitution save.
Nope.
All right.
So
you-
I am sickened.
Yes. Let's go ahead and give you the sickened condition. All right. And then actions 2 and 3,
Action 2 is another swing.
which
Another
is
miss.
a miss as well.
And raise that old shield.
All right, and the shield is raised. Krunk, you're up. Servish on deck. I need you to give me a Fortitude save, Krunk. Give me a moment
Oh
here.
my god, will y'all stop moving the screen?
There you go. It's on the chat window.
I know every time
Hey
somebody...
guys, also when you're done with your checks for the persistent fire, don't forget to roll your flat checks to see if you recover from it.
Yeah, the flat check will pop up after the fact.
Oh, okay.
So once the turn ends, you'll see the stuff pop up in the chat window, which is good. Oof, that is a critical fail, unfortunately. So you are sickened once again. All right, let me get that sickened condition going, and go ahead with your turn.
Yeah, so... This club thing just don't work.
The tusks seem to work.
I'm just gonna chew.
Okay, looks like that attack goes through and is a hit.
Oh my god.
Go ahead and
Oh,
roll
no.
damage.
Same
theme.
He's dead now.
And that's 3 piercing damage to the Cinderrat. And the Cinderrat, once again, Krunk, you have pierced the Cinderrat. It is stuck on your face, but luckily, because of it dying, the Cinderrat just kind of evaporates into ash and dissipates.
I give up on weapons. I'm sticking with teeth and claws.
I would like to just take a moment to kind of, like, roll in the water.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the water there, you guys can easily put yourselves out, and you don't have to worry
Yeah.
about that. So we'll go
Yeah,
ahead
so
and
I guess as action 2, I would move to the water. And at action 3, I commence wallow.
You just drop prone.
It's like a hippopotamus, just his ears above the surface, just waving.
I'll have Koth help him out and just roll over the top of him.
Oh,
Right?
No, Saravish goes
mother
over,
of
grabs
pain.
onto him with his jaws, and does the alligator roll.
Oh,
Gets
jeez.
both of them out at once.
Okay, guys, because of that encounter, go ahead and award another 80 XP. That was an 80 XP fight. May not seem like a lot of XP, but for one rat, that was a lot. That was a level 3 monster.
So 724.
And as you guys stand there, recovering from that Saravish, your saltwater sickness has finally abated, and you finally feel like yourself once again. And while you guys stand there recovering from the battle with the Cinder Rat, the orbs in the upper right corner and the lower left corner begin to glow slowly. But it's so slow that it seems like it's going to take about a week for them to activate. We'll see you all next week and figure out what this elemental room is all about.
That's for you, Crunk.
oh, thank you.
Crunk gets a little lay on hands healing. That was a fun encounter. Pretty wild too, man. Jeez. Anyways,
Now we have to fight Earth Rat, Wind Rat, and then find Water Rat. So we can summon Captain Rat.
oh no. Anyways, thank you all for joining us tonight. This we had Kaiser and Herr Doctor in the live room, or in the chat room there, speaking to us while we were live. Thank you all so much for joining us. And if anyone watches this all the way to the end, thank you also as well. You guys are all amazing. And thank you so much to Eric, Scott, Sean, and Mike. You guys are awesome for playing and testing out the Pathfinder 2nd Edition with me. I appreciate it so much. And yeah, we will see everyone next week as we continue the Ever Sidequesters delve into the Pathfinder 2nd Edition beginner box. Thank you all, and have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Bye.
Kaiser says, your average moderate encounter, game over.
Game over.
Just about.
Man, why is it at level 1 you're always fighting rats?
Tell me about it.
Later,
I
folks.
mean, most common things are, things like rat